Hi everybody, it's me, Mr. Boardman, and I'm really sorry that I can't be there with you today, but I have come up with this really fun activity. It's kind of like a challenge, and this is a challenge that you can do with a partner or on your own. So this is the modeling clay challenge. And so at each table, you'll have some modeling clay. And I also printed out a bunch of different prompts on these little tiny pieces of paper. And so what you're gonna do is you're going to choose one of the prompts, read it. This one says fish. And then you have 5 minutes to try and create whatever is on the piece of paper out of modeling clay. And some of the rules are that it has to be able to sit or stand on top of a bottle cap. So they have to be really small. And I also put out some tools for you to use. These little wooden sticks with a pointy end are great for adding little textured details or pushing clay together. And it's gonna be really fun. I hope that you really enjoy it, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. I have 5 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna start by, I'm gonna make it a light green fish. And if you've ever worked with modeling clay before, you know that the more you work with it with your fingers, the more it's going to it's gonna warm up and it's gonna be easier to mold. And so I'm kind of squeezing together the shape of my fish. I'm just gonna give you a few little tips on here for when you do your modeling clay challenge. Kind of trying to turn it into a football shape a little bit. One really fun and easy way to make eyes is to take a little tiny bit of white clay or whatever color eyes you want, squish it into a little ball, kind of rolling it around in your fingers, and then gently press that onto the area where you want your eye to go, and then take a tiny little bit of the black. I'm gonna ask that you try your best not to mush all of the clay together because there's a lot of classes that are gonna be doing this project, so please try to keep the colors separated as best as you can. Okay, so I have this tiny little ball. Now I'm gonna push that right on there. That's my fish eye. And then for the tail, I'm gonna have maybe and the fins, I'm gonna use this darker green. Again, I'm keeping them small. I gotta make sure that it sits on top of my bottle cap. And so this, I'm kind of bending this into like a banana shape. Gotta watch the clock here. I only have 5 minutes. So that's why it's kind of fun. You have to really just go for it. You know, don't take too much time, but also I don't want it to be stressful. I want you to have fun with this. So there's my little fish tail. I'm gonna give my fish a fin on top. Okay. And if the clay doesn't quite stay together, you can use these little tools to smush. And like I said, it's also great for adding some texture. If you just press gently into the clay, you'll get some nice texture. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. All that little texture I just added. I'm gonna give, I think I want this fish to have some lips. So I'm gonna use a little tiny bit of pink. And I'm almost out of time. Let's see, maybe I want this fish to have a yellow fin, and this one did have somebody, looks like they mixed the pink and the yellow together. That's okay, look, that looks cool, but try not to do that on purpose. And sometimes you might find some clay that's been mixed together and it actually works well for your creation. And let's see if I can get this little fin on there. And I'm gonna smush it, and I'm gonna just poke a couple little circles in there for some scales, and make sure my fish's lips are nice and attached. And let's see if it sits on my bottle cap. Oh, and it does, but I think one last final thing is I'm gonna give it a little bit of waves to swim in. Also, make sure your hands are clean. Sometimes if you have some extra clay on your hand, it will rub off, especially on the white. Okay, there my fish is swimming. Oh no, my tail fell off. So that's one thing. If things fall off, just gently smush them back together. All right, and now there is my fish challenge. I hope you like my little fish, and I hope that you have fun with this one. There's lots of different fun prompts in the bowl, and you can also make your own prompts. So have fun with this. Please be respectful to the guest teacher. Please clean up, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.